Alright, I'm going to start a new series here for YouTube. So, it's going to be what did I buy on eBay today and why? And also how to identify good parts and bad parts. So, this is a head I just bought. Panhead. So, I buy lots of junk like this. So, this is what we get when you open up the box, which is that box right there. So this is what we get. So here's what you buy when you're on eBay. So this is a panhead. It's a late head. So it's got a 56 cast number over here. This one is actually casted in 58 right there. You can see it. That's got a nice big print. We can read it too. Most of them are not like that. So these numbers are always casted in, not stamped. So if you see stamps, somebody put them in there. The earlier heads, they are, the casting dates are over here on the outside. So all your 56, 55s, 50 castings, 48 castings are all on the outside. So that's how you identify them. The other thing you notice on the heads is this a 5-fin head? So it's got 5 fins right here. The earlier and later heads have 4 fins, so this fin here is not here. It's here, but it's cut out right through where the plug hole is. So here's what it is. So only the 56 castings, which is 56 to 62, have 5 fins over here. Which is a quick way of identifying them. So anyway, when I'm buying a head on eBay, the things I'm looking for is what's damaged and not damaged. And important things to look for is, you can see, it's guide holes. Make sure they're good. Make sure all the studs are more or less where they belong and not broken out. Make sure the holes aren't too screwed up on the outside edge, like this one kind of is not the best. But these aren't that hard to fix. These here cheat up all the time too. The hard things to fix are the intake spigots, holes, lips over here. Make sure they're all on there and not broken. Very important. The exhausts are almost always broken. This one here is actually nice. It's all there. The other thing, you want to make sure how many broken fins you got to deal with. This one's got 2 broken ones here and a little small one right there. So those are things you want. The other thing is you look for cracks inside here. They go from seat to plug and then also from seat to seat when they get real bad. And then the hard part to tell is you're looking at what the valve seats look like in the head, how thick they are. So you want to try to make sure that they're as thick as you can see right through here. If they're over a 1/4 inch tall like this one is, it's pretty damn nice. These are almost 5/16. When you're only like this tall, like 3/16 tall, that means they're sunk pretty deep. Also look for seats being not in there, being replaced. There's no evidence of this being replaced because you'd see a mark down here if it was. These look good. You look for cracks through the holes here. This doesn't have any. And the big thing is cracks through the seat area. When you put a seat in here too hard, it'll crack the head, especially on the intake side. This cross-section area through here is very thin. You see it's all cut away. See, I put my hand right around it, no problem. So it's not very thick. See, it's about that big, but you gotta remember that hole is inside of that. So half this hole here is, half that hole is not there because that insert's in there. So it's very, very thin through here. So that crack. We got airplanes around here. So you'll see a crack go right up through the center here to that seat, cut around over here, and cut down through here, and a crack right down through here. And those are basically pretty hard to fix. So when you see that, don't buy it. The other thing is the seats get replaced and they break out the whole backside under here. The port, this here all gets broken out. So when you're looking from this side, you'll see the seat, you'll actually see the side of the seat right in there. And see this one here, it's all aluminum, so it's good. So most of these problems are on the intake side, not the exhaust. The exhaust is a lot thicker all through here. See, this is nice and thick through here. Intakes are not. So overall, this head's pretty damn nice. It's got a good exhaust spigot, so I don't have to pay to get that fixed, which is very expensive. This is just about as much to fix as this one. So this is nice. The cracks are very minimal. You have one just starting right here, and you got a little bit of one over here. Now everybody gets paranoid about these cracks in here. They're not really that important. because right underneath this is a spark plug insert. If you look at the insert there, it's steel. That's casted in. And underneath here is like two fingers that stick out. One goes that way, one goes this way. And that keeps it from rotating. So the aluminum actually right here is very, very thin. It's only like an 1/8 inch thick through here. So it's very easy for those to crack right there. It doesn't really matter. When they start getting really, really big, then you start mattering. If you see a crack starting to go around the outside of the insert here where it starts opening up, that's definitely a problem. And then also if you see a big, any kind of crack on the outside, that's bad, because that means you went through the whole head. Rarely do you see them go through the whole head, you just see them over here. When they crack between the seat over here, that's getting pretty bad also. That means you've had a lot of heat detonation going on. So this head here is pretty nice. You look at the gasket surface here, see how thick it is? That's pretty good. A lot of flames around here. So you want to make sure there's a nice big gap right here, which this one looks pretty decent. You want to look at these stars right here, make sure they're not pulled up. You see how these look pretty flat. So these actually pull up and they also start separating from the head. We're not seeing none of that, which is really good. The chamber's nice and smooth and shaped correctly, so that's a big plus. So overall, this head's pretty damn nice. And like I said, you got a couple easy things to repair here. And then basically, you got one big ass nasty hole you got to fix, and this one here looks like it might have a helicoil in it already. So that might be okay, or you weld that one up too. The rest of these, you just helicoil them to the repair them, and you should be fine. These are soft aluminum. These threads are fine threads, so they strip out real easy. So it doesn't hurt just to helicoil every damn one of them when you're doing the head. So overall, this head's pretty damn nice. And there's no broken fins over here on this side. There's no corrosion around the plug hole in here. Everything should be good. So anyway, those are all things you look for when you're looking for stuff on eBay. And you never see it all until you get it in your hands, and then you see what you missed. In this case, this head looks pretty damn good. I'd put this head at 90%. Pretty damn nice. So, and you know, they go up. You know, the more money you pay for the head up front, hopefully you're getting a better quality casting. Because if you're buying a head that's broken all over the place, by the time you start fixing exhaust spigots and putting seats in it and milling the heads, doing massive lots of fling repair, fixing more hole issues, you start getting the value of the head. Repair work becomes so damn expensive, it's hard to justify the cost of the head, because you can spend two to 3 grand fixing a set of heads up really nice if you got to fix every damn thing on them. So if you spend $1,000, $1,500 for a good pair of really nice set of heads, you're getting your head. But if you're spending, you know, $500 for a piece of crap that's got half the stuff broken off it, you got way too much money to do it again. It ain't worth it. So, and the aftermarket heads aren't that good quality, so I always like original stuff. So until they make them better, these are it. So anyway, so that's what that looks like. So it gives you kind of a rough idea of what you're buying. So this one here's in pretty good shape. That's it for that one.